Hey y'all. Greetings. Welcome into another episode of the Ancestors Speak. Today, your ancestors are saying you need to speak your truth. For some of you, your throat chakra is blocked. And it's blocked because you haven't been exercising your right to speak up for yourself. You've become complacent. You let people get away with things. You stay quiet when everything inside of you is encouraging you to speak up. You're not standing up for your right to be, right? To be comfortable, to be loved, to be well, to be healthy. There's this energy of holding back, of not saying what needs to be said, and of not taking the actions you need to take when you need to take them. Your ancestors are not feeling that, okay? They want you to be more self-empowered and be more courageous, because there's some of you who are letting things slide, okay? And they're tired of watching you let things slide. Your elevated and honorable ancestors are saying it is absolutely time for you to speak your truth. Speak up. Before we get into the message, if you're interested in a personal reading or in my new oracle deck, the Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck, or even Ifa readings, which I've brought back to my website, you can check out daydreamalston.com. That's where you'll find all of my products and services, okay? All right, so I was actually getting a feeling that there's some type of secrecy, some secret, something being hidden from the public where the ancestors, obviously they can see it, right? We can't. There's something being held back. There's something that's being kept secret that will be revealed. And when it's revealed, the ancestors are hoping that it will rock us out of this complacency we've embraced as a collective for so long. Like they're ready to see us take center stage, take the reins back over our lives, right? Really stand up and speak out for what's right. So the first card out is the King of Wands. And this person is speaking or singing, whatever, into a microphone. Yeah, this person is on a stage. So there's some of you here who are meant to speak up and be heard by many, right? And that's not everybody. That's not everybody's message. Some of you can be just as helpful to the collective by speaking up in your own communities, amongst your own family and friends. But then there are others here who are meant to stand up on a bigger platform and speak up. There may be someone who actually has a large following who's listening to this, and you've been feeling called to speak up about things, but you know that it could put you in a bind. You know that there will be some people who come to attack you and may even try to attack your character, your finances as a result. Your elevated ancestors are saying, when did we all become such punks? Right? Like, why do we feel like it's okay to let people silence us? Yeah, I feel like somebody's ancestors coming through that was very outspoken and opinionated. This person was on the scene. So they would speak out against injustice. And this ancestor is calling on those of you who come from those types of bloodlines, right? Where your people fought for justice. Some of them died for it. There's like a calling up of that spirit within you. When are you going to stand up and speak your truth? When are you going to stop being complacent, right? And speak up for what you believe in. For some of you, this speaking your truth is a book or a written work, some type of piece of art as well, where it's like you're being called to put something down, into a tangible form. This could be written artwork or using art as a resistance tool, right? To speak up against oppressors and things like that. You'll be called to that. You'll feel it. But yeah, I'm feeling like a very revolutionary energy a very revolutionary ancestor coming through, trying to really rally us to stand on truth. The energy of Ma'at is coming through, so there needs to be a recommitment to things being balanced and just in our societies, and really fighting for that. Yeah, and this is what I was getting for the 2025 channeling I did about self-autonomy. Really taking our power back. For some of you, this is simply speaking your truth in the spaces you find yourself in on a regular basis, right? So if there's something you haven't been sharing at home, in the workplace, it's time to speak up. And what I'm noticing too is that some of you, when you speak up, this puts you at a crossroads. Like, you won't be able to just speak up, get it out there, and then you kind of move on with the regular programming. You will speak your truth, and then you'll have this nudge to go in a new direction, go at something alone, leave something behind, okay? And that's absolutely what you need to do. Yeah, empowerment. Be empowered. Stop accepting whatever's given to you, whatever's handed to you, okay? There's a tower, there's a truth coming out that we'll see in the next few months. Might actually go to the summertime. There's like I don't know if it's a shocking revelation, because some people may have felt that this was coming, but there is a shocking truth, either in your life personally or out in the world, that a person speaking their truth impacts you, impacts us collectively. Okay? Again, our elevated ancestors are wanting us to face this with courage. They don't want us to shy away from whatever this is. For some of you, there is a truth that you speak that brings the house down, that brings the tower down, and that's going to push you in a new direction. But you'll find more joy, more abundance, more wellness when this tower comes down, right? When the tower comes down, this truth rocks your world or rocks another person's world. You go in a new direction and you find more of what is healthy and helpful for you, okay? In that direction. And the divine is really pushing, the ancestors are really pushing us to come together with people, right? With others who share our views and who have the strength to stand up and speak up about things. For some of you, you're going to hear a truth from someone else by being silent. This card says, listen more and quiet be. So you'll receive messages, receive truths when you're quiet. This can actually be a meditation as well. But for some of you, if you're the person that's always kind of speaking up in a relationship, you're always the one talking, speaking, initiating conversation, there's something where you need to be quiet and let the other person speak, because they're going to have something to say that you need to hear. It's a truth, right? For some of you, there's truths that come to you when you spend time in silence and in quiet. Yeah, you have the Fortitude card. It says, be brave and dig deep. There's something where you're going to have to be brave, where we're all going to have to be brave. For some of you, this is something you've been thinking about sharing. You've been afraid. You've been silent. Your throat chakra's all bound up. You're afraid to speak up and speak out. But just know that this is something that you need to share, especially if you feel very compelled to share it. And you need to dig deep and be brave, okay? For some of you, there's a truth that you need to speak. You're afraid to because you think that people are going to shun you, or maybe somebody will be upset, but they actually embrace it and embrace you, okay? For others of you, there's angelic support, divine support, ancestral support around you speaking your truth. There's somebody here where you're going to speak out about something and it causes like a rush of energy, like things start to move very quickly, okay? On the bottom of my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck, the message here says, offend me and let me call your attention to it. That is the mark of a good friendship. And this portion of this verse talks about the need for us to speak up when we've been offended by someone, right? And just to clear the air, put it out there, and it doesn't have to be in a nasty way. It's just like, hey, if someone offends you, just say, hey, I was offended by that comment or by that action you took. You know, it didn't make me feel good. So there's somebody here, multiple people I'm getting, where something has been done to you and you need to speak up about it and let the chips fall where they may. You know, like, don't be afraid to speak up for what you believe in. Speak your truth. Let's get a couple more cards from the Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle. If you're interested in that deck, check out my website, daydreamaustin.com/store. Yeah, some of you are in a situation where things are imbalanced. You're giving too much, right? Or you're receiving more than you're giving. There's an imbalance there. This card says the principle of giving and taking is what makes the world peaceful and inhabitable. There's something where there's an imbalance. If you're in a relationship, in a situation where you're giving much more than you're receiving and it's driving you nuts and you've been feeling like you should stand up for yourself and say something, you absolutely should. And you can really meditate on the best way to share this information, right? The best way to put it out there, but don't hold it in. I'm also getting that some of you are getting sick because you're not speaking up and speaking your truth. Okay, so there's something about reciprocity. Things need to be equal and balanced in the environments, the experiences, the relationships you find yourself in. Otherwise, your ancestors are not going to support them, right? They want you to be well. And you can't be well when you're overextending yourself. You're giving too much and not getting anything, or getting less than what you deserve in return. Yeah, this is another card that kind of talks about multiple energies or multiple people, right? Whatever we look at together will be perfect. When the wise and the knowledgeable meet, their matter will be sweet as honey. So again, there's something about working with others, collaboration, but in a fair, balanced, just way. Some of you have been working with someone, either at work, right? In a relationship, in some type of situation. You're partnered with someone who is not pulling their weight, is not giving enough. Now, this may be you. You have to figure out which one works for you. But again, this is causing an imbalance. There needs to be a looking at working together, building together, not one person carrying a burden. For some of you, you need to speak up about a relationship where things are not balanced, where you may be giving too much, or you're going to have a partner, a business partner, a friend, a lover come to you and say, hey, I feel like I'm carrying everything on my own. For some of you, there's just a burdensome situation you've been in and you need a lot of strength to deal with it. It would be really helpful if you had more help. In terms of speaking your truth, your ancestors are saying some of you need to speak up and say, hey, I need help. I need help with this, right? I need help brainstorming and a solution to this problem because I can't figure it out. You know, I need help with this bill. I need help with this task I've been assigned to. I can't handle this alone. Your ancestors want you to speak up. The burden is too heavy. You should not have to carry it alone. When you speak up and when you make a practice, because some of you, your natural inclination is to hold back, hold things in and not speak up about what you believe in. But when you begin to speak up and speak your truth, things really flourish in your life. You find more abundance, wellness, and well being. For some of you, this is with children, with the Empress coming out, the Ten of Wands, and the Strength card. I also see, this is interesting, someone may be pregnant and maybe put on bed rest, or is just getting really tired and can't handle a lot of pressure, a lot of burdens right now, and you need to ask for help and work with others. For others of you, this is your children, where you need help and support with your children. You can't handle it alone. Your ancestors are saying, speak up, ask for help. Yeah, for some of you, it's just a fight. Like you're dealing with someone or dealing with a situation where they just are not helpful. And you have to be honest with yourself about whether or not you want to keep going forward in a situation where essentially you're alone, right? You're with another, you're in a group, but you're still moving as if you're alone. You're still having to handle things as if you're alone. Speak your truth. For some of you, there's an energy of impatience here. And this is a truth that your ancestors have for you. You want things to hurry up and be a certain way. You want, your goodness, your gifts, your blessings to come to you right now. You want, and you want it to happen when you want it to happen. And your ancestors are saying, the truth is, you're going to need to suck it up. Just accept that things don't work out the way we want them to all the time, right? Like there's a need to be more accepting of that. They're saying that it comes off like a child having a tantrum when we're so impatient, okay? They're not into it. They're just like, no, you stress yourself out. You get sad, you get upset, you get depressed because things are not working out the way you want. You have these tantrums internally, and then you just make yourself feel worse, So there's an energy of patience that's coming through. Yeah, that's my Odu E5 Wisdom Oracle. A lot of the cards, if you know anything about E5, there's a heavy emphasis on character, on cultivating good and gentle character. So that comes through in a lot of the cards. This one here says, those who wish to be children of E5, you needn't be in a hurry. So there's a need to slow down. And that's the truth from your ancestors. Not only in terms of your actions, because some of you need to slow your actions, but also in your desire to be somewhere else, to be further along. Just relax. When you speak your truth, the ancestors are saying some of you will get some clarity that you haven't had. So there's something about sharing information, speaking your truth, collaborating with others where you'll get clarity. Last couple of cards from your elevated and honorable ancestors about speaking your truth. For some of you, this is a hard one. Someone has a very tough decision to make about letting someone or something go. And it'll probably benefit you to let it go. It'll literally feel like a death. But some of you are being encouraged to allow something to die because the time is up. Yeah, this person has their hand up like they're saying, stop. Time is up for this thing. It's over. You're dragging it out. It's like you're dragging a dead corpse along with you. Speak your truth. You know what's true. Yeah, I'm being given this guidance again with the brown bear spirit. Take a time out. Your ancestors are saying, and we got this with the silence card, some of you need to spend time in silence and quiet and solitude, because what that does is it allows a truth to come in that you then need to share with others. But for some of you, this is just a truth about your life, about your path and your purpose that you're not going to be able to receive unless you just relax, right? Chill out, take a time out. It's like a hibernation energy. Some of you really need to slow down and go within. Yeah, some of you are working harder and not smarter, right? So really think about how you can improve things in your life and then take those actions, okay? With the pig spirit here, it says use your mind wisely. Pigs are very intelligent. So there's like a need to really allow your mind to work for you. A lot of the truth that you need, a lot of the clarity that you need can come from right within you. Not all the time from your conscious mind, sometimes from your subconscious mind, which is why you're being encouraged to be silent. And the last card, your ancestors are saying trust in divine detours with the coyote spirit. There are things in your life that may seem tricky or convoluted, uncertain, unsure. Your ancestors are saying that is a part of this physical reality. Try to embrace it, do your best with it, but trust in the divine detours. Like if you find yourself at an energetic stop sign right now, something you were working on falls apart, a relationship is not working, something is just like at a standstill, embrace it and accept it. Go into that hibernation mode, that meditative state, right? Allow things to come to you, to flow to you. For some of you, your ancestors are saying you haven't been honoring your truth, and because of that, things are going to be stopped. There will be divine detours to get you back on your path, or at the very least to get you away from things that are harmful for you. If you're interested in any of my products and services, daydreamaustin.com/store, and drop an ashe in the comments if this resonates. Peace.